Nexus 6P is about 1.5 years old now, but it still stacks up against some of today's flagships. It's about $400, but that doesn't necessarily mean you should buy it. I'm going to explain why. It has a Snapdragon 810, an Adreno 430 GPU, 3 gigs of RAM, front-firing speakers, and an aluminum build. And a 1440p AMOLED display, which means you get those nice, rich, deep blacks because the pixels themselves actually turn off. The camera doesn't have optical image stabilization, but it still is fantastic. It's not going to be Pixel level quality or iPhone 7 level quality, but it still is one of the best that you can buy aside from those two. The hardware is still fantastic. It's not quite like the new Snapdragon 835 or anything like that, but the 810 is still a very, very capable processor, especially when you pair that with a stock Android. Speaking of Android, it will be getting Android O when that comes out in the fall. So all in all, it looks like an attractive package, especially for $400. But here's why you shouldn't buy it. So there's some issues people have been having with the battery. Basically, something in Nougat causes the battery to drain faster than it should. With ideal battery stats, you're going to have screen at the top of your usage, but for me, it's been Android OS and System OS that are usually at the top. So this could be a combination of different things, but people have tried different kernels, different ROMs, all of that. Some people have been able to get better battery life, been able to fix the issue, and other people have tried different things, reflashing things, and it just doesn't fix it. Personally, I haven't tried that much stuff, but what I have tried hasn't fixed it. I still only get 2.5 hours of screen on time, and for a phone with a 3,450 milliamp hour battery, that's kind of pathetic. The other issue people have been having is that the phone dies at 15%, or somewhere around that. Some people have had it die at as much as 60%. Basically what happens is the battery is degrading faster than it should, so while the phone still thinks it has full capacity, it really only has, 85% of what the battery originally did, and the phone dies while it still thinks it has battery left. Now, this is not something you want on a phone you just bought. You don't want to be relying on it to get you somewhere and then it dies, leaving you stranded. That's no good. The other issue that people have been having is boot looping. Now this one's very minor, it affects very few people. Basically some hardware issue that causes the phone to boot loop. You can't get back into the OS, it's just constantly restarting over and over again. Your phone is basically bricked if this happens to you, there's nothing you can do. So I want to make it clear that this is also just the vocal minority of people who have had these issues. Not everybody's dealt with this, but considering that if you buy the phone nowadays, unless you can get it from Google, which you might still be able to do from Project Fi, but if you don't get it directly from Google, you might not have a warranty. And if you don't have a warranty and this happens to you, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months down the line, you're out of luck. There's nothing you can do except for to try and open the phone, replace the battery yourself, or if it boot loops, is really nothing you can do. So if you're buying this phone looking for a daily driver, something to get you through the day, you're hoping it will last you for a year or whatever, then unless you just have money to throw at another phone, a backup, then it's probably not a good choice. I would recommend you go for a OnePlus 3T, or if you really need those front-firing awesome speakers, I would go for an Axon 7. All right, so there's my reasons why you should not buy this phone if you're looking for a daily driver. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, give us a comment down below, give us a thumbs up, and go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more content coming from us soon. Thanks for watching.